Well, hello everybody. Mikey Kung Pao back here. I got the Bodash cat here. Do you know what the Bodash is? That's in a Stephen King novel. It's this mythical creature that's totally black, absence of right. Okay, this is actually a very nice cat, but she feral, hate to be held. I brought her on video one time before, and right now she's looking at me like, if you don't put me down, you're going to have your eyeball scratched out. So we call her the Jodi cat now. Her real name Wendy though. So I'm going to put her down and see if we can just do kind of like a off-the-cuff video blog today. Not a video like I normally do, nothing planned or anything. Just kind of talking to you about all your question and thing that you put on the latest video, because I just want to be casual this morning. I don't want to have to think about anything. You know, it's Saturday morning. I don't wake up until about 2 p.m., okay? So I have to drink lots and lots of coffee. What do you think, Wendy? What do you think of it? She just snorted at me. Do you hear her snorting? Let's see if you can hear that. She snort when she gets impatient. Yeah, she going huff, huff, huff. But anyway, so we'll put her down. Oh, rawr. Yeah. So sound like Weirmont and Janine DeMarte. Wait, hold on, I'll be right back. Got to let her out or she start yowling at the door and scratching and everything. She went to go have her food now. Hold on. All right, we let the Jodi cat out to the room and she happy now. And go have her food and everything, and nobody holding her, okay? And she liked to come and be affectionate on her terms, kind of like Jodi. So, but anybody wanted anything from her, forget about it. Anyway, I got to make a correction from my last video. Remember I showed you this nice agate, and I talking about how you know, Juan Martinez and Jean DeMarte and other people like that have a nice heart, golden inside and everything, and Jodi have a black heart, and some of her witnesses like Rebuttal. You couldn't see the color because I wasn't doing it right, but I figured out how. You know, so I'm going to show you a little bit. Do it indirectly, like that. See that? Yeah, I think that's going to show up a little better, but not the correction I'm trying to do. Mrs. Mikey can power remind me. She say, "Hey, you said you found that agate on the beach. You didn't find that agate. I the one that found that agate. Ha 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 ha, and you." And she right, okay? She is the one that found this one. Okay, she found this one too. I'll show you another one here. And it just, you know, we do it on the side. She's find that big agate. So I find a lot of nice agate, but she found the biggest ones. And so she's giving me a hard time about it. And got to correct the record, you know. Anyway, reason we here, not doing a Jodi video, not doing a serial comic video, not doing anything planned at all. We're just going to sit here and talk off the top of my head. And have some more coffee because my brain not awake at all, okay? Pardon me. I just want to respond to some of your comment and everything. So if you're thinking of this going to be a video, I don't know, it's just going to be me rambling, okay? Anyway, I want to thank a lot of people who put my comment on here. I don't know if I'm going to name all your names. Ms. Wood Wabi Sabi Barbie, Ms. Beach Bunny. Ms. Beach Bunny, you have a nice picture. I'd like to sit around a coffee table, talk to you in person. But forget that. God is good. Mia Kyung Bibao. Don't know if I pronounce it right, you know. 230SB. And anyway, before I go down that list, Sherry Hampton have an interesting question. And she think to herself, maybe the reason that Jodi do a surprise attack on Travis, and maybe the reason why she show up there and have sex with him first, and then kill him with no warning, you know, doing a surprise knife attack in the shower, a psycho type thing, is that in Mormon religion, this mean that you die without being able to confess to the bishop, mean you go to hell, okay? And maybe she was so mad at him, she want him not only to die a horrible, brutal death that she do to him, but she want him to go to hell as well. And I think that an interesting theory to consider. I do completely believe that the attack was a knife attack. It was sprung on him suddenly. It came before the gunshot. Gunshot were last. We heard that in the Emmy testimony. We heard it before. We heard it from photo autopsy. All the evidence point to that too. No way that the gunshot came first, like Jodi say. And so I think that interesting theory, Sherry. And other people talk, this Uma junk corrector guy always talking about Mormonism, going crazy about Mormonism all the time. So I thought I would say a thing or two about Mormonism, because I don't believe it have anything to do with this murder at all, other than maybe what Sherry brought up is a good point, could have some relationship there. and people trying to make a big deal about Travis not living up to his Mormon values. But of course, every church on earth, young people in their late teen, early 20s are going out and having sex, a lot of them, and I don't see that any of them condone it. So I don't think this any different in Mormonism than it would be in a Baptist or Roman Catholic or Buddhism or Hinduism or any other thing. So, but anyway, where were we going with this? Oh, the Mormonism thing. See how I am in the morning? I can hardly think at all. I did a big study on Mormonism, but it was many, many years ago. I even have books just to prove to you, because you think I'm making this up. I'm not making it up. Let me show you. See the book Kingdom of the Cults by Walter Martin. Very good book. Jehovah's Witness, Mormonism, a bunch of other things like that. Will the Saints Come Marching In, about the Latter-day Saints. Very old book, probably not in print anymore. I did this study back in the late 70s, early 80s. I'm going to show you how old I am. Who really wrote the Book of Mormon? Very interesting book about how the Book of Mormon came to be. Didn't come from Mormonism, Mama and Me. This more of a personal thing. And this became my sister was getting into Mormonism. And so I decided to really study it, because I thought that it was not really a Christian religion at all, but kind of a cult. And the Mormon illusion, so I got tons and tons of books on Mormonism. So I'm not talking just off the top of, out of, say, the part of my body that Alice Reviaret would talk out of. That's not the part I'm talking from. I'm talking to you from actually having studied it. So I'm going to tell you the best I can off the top of my head what I think about all the Mormonism thing. And before you write me all the angry letters, you Mormons and everything, wait for my whole thing before you reply to me, okay? First of all, I think Mormonism have nothing whatsoever to do with Christianity. I myself am a Christian. I will tell you that is my faith, okay? And they use Jesus Christ in the name and the Bible, one of their holy books and everything. But the God of Mormonism actually is sort of a, I don't want to say this in a pejorative way, it's sort of a crass form of polytheism. Okay, much closer to like a Greek mythology or something. And the God of Mormonism is a God that is finite, and he live on a planet somewhere in another solar system someplace, and but he, this belonged to him, the world and things here belong to him, and they believe that you can become a God someday. One of their, Joseph Smith and Brigham Young and those guys have a line, as God is, as we are, God once was, and as God is, we can become. They believe that you can become God, have your own universe, own solar system, own planets, and that's why they believe in having a lot of babies and everything, and that, if you go to the Mormon temple and get married there, and live a good Mormon life, and have lots of Mormon babies to help populate your new planet and everything, spirit babies. They believe that there are these spirit babies waiting to be born, so you got to have lots of babies to give them bodies and everything. Anyway, there are lots of very strange, aberrant beliefs in Mormonism. They certainly do not believe in the God of the Bible, who is pre-existent, eternally pre-existent, no beginning, in other words, and no one ever will achieve godhood like him. No, there would be no God like them. True, it's a Trinitarian God, but it's still a unified God, one in essence, three in person, okay? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Anyway, I don't want to give you a whole theology lesson because you're going to start going to sleep and going, I'm not here to listen about Mormon. But here what I want to say. So, I'm not defending the Mormon faith. I think it's aberrant. But I think the Mormon bishops and everything that people are complaining about, there are a lot of religions. There's leadership, and they're human beings, and they get corrupted by the power and everything they have. And so there may be that in Mormonism. I don't know that for personally, okay, myself. I only know the Mormons I've been involved with and things like that. But the Mormon people themselves, for the most part, and you can see this in the trial, by the way, are very nice people. They're very wholesome. They have strong family values. They love their children. They try to raise them right. They try to live by a moral code, most of them. And if you were going down the street and say you were in a bad part of town, and you were in an alleyway, right? And you got a purse or a wallet with a lot of money in it, and a Rolex watch on or something. Who you want to have walking down that alleyway towards you, okay? A big band of atheist gang members, or a big band of Mormons, okay? I would choose the Mormons myself. So that's how I feel about it. I don't want to bash Mormons or Mormonism. So I came right out and said what I think, because we're doing this very informal video today, and I think Mormonism should not be to blame, and I don't think people should bash them, because they're very nice people. And by the way, God will bless those who live by his principles, no matter what religion they belong to. But they might have the wrong faith, and I don't know if they're going to be part of his family. But anyway, so that was a long, rambling thing I do there on Mormonism in response to a Sherry question. And what else we got here? Miki Young Bibo say, how about, I can't read what I wrote. I'm going to have to go back and see what she say. Hey, maybe it's on here. Oh, she was, no, that's not the right one. See, I told you I'm going to be all messed up today. Somebody share, Hari Brook, share a really good site called My Jury Notes. And I think I would encourage everyone to go see that. Actually, it's done by a guy doing the sports channel, Next Level Sports. Okay, but the name of the title of the video, My Jury Notes, it's the best summary I have seen and the most well done I have seen, in just a little 15-minute blurb of the whole Jodi Arias murder plan and a premeditation and murder plan and carry out. He don't have all the details in there, but what he did show is just a great summary. So I would encourage everyone to go check that out. Also, I found a lot of great stuff on the web last night. I usually don't have time to go look at blogs and all that kind of thing, and website. But there's a website called Just the Truth, Justda Truth. Don't know why Just the Truth. Don't know why they got to do that. Why can't people speak good English, and do it right? I don't understand. Anyway, but he do a thing on Alice Raviaret, which was very, very excellent. And on that blog, a whole bunch of other entries on the Jodi Arias trial, also very excellent. I'd encourage everyone to go check that out. And there's a thing called Alice Raviaret, I watched the stupid video so you don't have to, the stupid video about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, done by something named Teen Sleuth, all one word, Teen Sleuth. Okay, and I don't think that was written by a teen. If it were written by a teen, it's the smartest, best, most literate teen on earth, and should have a good future career in writing. Anyway, I encourage you to check that out. Very insightful, and a great snapshot of who Alice Raviaret is. I couldn't stand that person. I think that's the worst witness in the history of any court trial ever seen. Most evil, because I supposed to have the right training, and instead she pervert everything in the worst possible way. So I can't say enough bad things about Alice Raviaret. I don't care if there's controversy about us bad-mouthing her on the web. She deserves every bit of it. She should never have another moment of career in her life, and they should re-examine every case she ever did a report on. Anyway, I want to thank all these people, Kathy Vout and Barbie and Steve Orr, and what else were we going to talk about? Strawberry, Barbie Gamache, Wabasabi, Ms. Wood, Spicy Rady, say that Jodi remind her of that really scary girl in the ring in the final scene, come out of the well and everything, and got thrown into the well. And, I was trying and trying. I knew that was ringing a bell in my head someplace when I see Jodi. She reminded me of something. I'm thinking, was it that creepy thing in The Grudge, or what was it? I could not remember. Hey, Spicy Rady, thank you for bringing that to our attention. Because I tell you what, you're right. She do remind me of that crazy girl. And it was bothering me in the back of my head somewhere, rattling around in some part of my frontal lobe that don't have a gunshot go through it. And so thank you for doing that, because I'm going to do a video in the future on the evil of Jodi Arias, and I think I'm going to put a little clip in there, from that movie The Ring. So anyway, John White have a very good comment, which occurred to me last night. I thought to myself, Mikey Kung Pao, just how stupid can you be? Because when I was making that last video, and we were talking about that Helio phone that were given to Jodi by Gus Searcy, and Juan was showing the picture on it and the date. It was the day before the murder, and I'm thinking to myself, why he doing that? He gonna put this in his final summation? And I was thinking, he doing that because he gonna show where she were and how many times she called Travis and when she called him, and fitting in the picture in some way. Didn't even occur to me. Very obvious. This were after Walmart and after Serena's, or this were around the time of Walmart, but it was after she do the hair dye job at that hair salon in Serenas, okay? Because it was like 3 in the afternoon when she went to Walmart, right? And that was after all the other things she was doing in Monterey and Santa Cruz and getting the gas cans from the Daryl guy, buying the gas can at Walmart, or she bought that right there. But she went and had the hair dye job done, which she denied doing. She said she having her nails done, right? And so we have the testimony in court from the rental car guy from the day before that say her hair definitely blonde when she picked up that rental car, and the reason he remembers so good is because she were very memorable, because she come in there and say, I don't want that red car, no, I want that white car, you got to give me the white car, because I don't want to be obtrusive, I don't want people noticing me. Okay, so he remember her very well, and so this is what Juan gonna show, that she definitely changed her hair color that day. Just, in fact, the time and day, right after about the time she would have done it. Okay, so that very good, because they were trying to say later, hey, maybe she changed her hair to brunette later or long before, all that kind of thing. All right, sorry for rambling on and on. Rinda Opinion, thank you very much. Rinda Opinion, give me some very nice compliments. Say that her and her husband have some health issues that they're dealing with, and they like to have some comedic spin on the Jodi trial, help them smile a little bit, and I'm so glad that I could do that for some people, and a lot of other people give me nice compliment like that. Thank you very much. I just do the thing that come out of my head, I don't really think, I have to jot it down, because I got no memory, because I got Alzheimer, but, if I jot down the thoughts that are popping out of my head all the time, then I can sit down and do a Jodi video, and so I'm not really sitting around thinking about it, but I'm always trying, I think my mind always trying to put a comedic spin on it, because the Jodi trial is so serious, and the crime was so heinous, and Jodi is so evil, and this is a way to help us get through it, right? So, Hari, Bunny Hop, Mr. May, Diana, Vita, and Becky Jones. Really like that, Becky. She's very nice. Nell Bell, all of you. Zingophile had a thing. Laughed at my comment. Oh, Zingophile made me laugh, because Zingophile put a comment on and say, hey, you talk about that some girl at the back of the Wairika gang in the court there, that she was the only hottie showing up, and he say, what about that Donovan? Don't you think she's the hottest one of all? And I laughed out loud at that one. That was a good one. And to Pappas, Teresa and Blatt say they should get Nermi a special chair, a great big recliner, kind of like they have at the dentist, where you can put it in any position. And I think that's a good idea. Get him a big special, maybe a big giant Barco rounger or something for court, and maybe with some receptacles on there to put he drinks in and everything, and he could be a little bit more comfortable, maybe read the paper and stuff when he's bored. I think that's a good idea. Okay, Dunyal K Chani Kite, okay, love your comment. And wanting to know, and God is good, eat his secret, and Summer. What other question people ask me? Well, somebody say, Mr. Mac say, be nice to Jodi. Hey, Mr. Mac, did you miss my video, Sympathy for Jodi? I want you to go back and look at that thing. Don't you think that was really nice to Jodi when I do that one? Okay, anyway, and then somebody else, Mophead say, he want to do a video debate with me, and he gonna show his face, and everything, and so Mophead, I say this to you. I promise to do a video with you and do a debate as soon as Jodi Arias is found innocent in this trial, which you say she's going to be. So as soon as that happens, I promise to make a nice big wrong video with you and debate the whole thing. Okay? All right. So there you go. See how easy I am. What else do we say? Sarah say, Nermi, he hasn't seen that part of himself in. He trying to find that part of himself when he looking down like that, like the emperor penguin. And I would say to you, Sarah, I don't think he's seen that part of himself in years, right? Probably since about, 25-year-old? Anyway, what else we gotta say? Chameleon, Jodi, Sarah, P. are very nice people. And Shari McWhirter had a very good idea, but I can't repeat the idea, so you have to go find it in the comment. And the reason I can't repeat the idea, well, let me put it this way. So I can do it this way. Because I don't want YouTube to take any of my video down. By the way, anytime you're handling a weapon, okay, always, I already take all the bullets out. They're sitting right over here. Okay, I double, triple, and quadruple check it so I never accidentally shoot myself or anyone else. None the rest. Anytime I pick it up, check the chamber. No bullets. Completely empty. See that? Completely empty. Okay, anyway. Okay. She have a good idea, she say. Since that stupid Weirmont, who keep questioning the ME and saying, hey, ME, you said the guy had a soft brain so it can't leave a track through there. And I missed what I wanted to say there in my video, which was the guy wanted to say to her, Wilmot, you have a soft brain too. Wouldn't leave no track in your brain right now. So, but anyway, if you put the gun back, you shoot down to the skull, or from this direction, and you go through the frontal lobe, okay, and wedge down in the jaw. Shireen McWhirter say, since Weirmont don't seem to think that is possible to prove that the bullet went through the brain, maybe we should test it on someone and find out for sure. But I'm not going to say who that should be tested on, because then I'd be accused of fomenting some violence or something. So, they'll look for any little opportunity to try to get my video removed, so I'm not going to give them the chance, all right? Anyway, what else? Monkey King and Sandy James and Cape Kid. I'll say, what you going to do next when the Jodi trial over? And a lot of other people asking me that as well. And there are a lot of things we could make a video on. I've been banned by family members from doing what I want to do, and I'm not going to say what that is because, I'll get whapped upside the head. They're trying to muzzle me on something, But there are a lot of other things we can talk about. We can talk about people driving with the cell phone and annoying everyone and all the bad drivers. There are about 1 million, all latest event coming up in the news. Other big trials that will come up and things like that. And what else do we have here? I'm going to try to put I wanted to say something about Reviret. She's doing this whole thing, going to the hospital. Oh, I have anxiety. Oh, people giving me death threats. Oh, I can't take it. You know what I think? I remember in her testimony when she say, well, I don't get a very good retirement or anything. I don't have anything. So I got to make all this money by telling a lot of lies and completely disgracing my profession and doing ethical violations and everything. I think that what she angering for, actually, is that she wants to get long-term disability, and she's going to use this trial as an excuse. She's going to go into the mental health unit and check herself in for anxiety and panic attack and everything else under the sun, and see if maybe she can't get herself a nice long-term disability, because that's better than retirement. And I think the irony there is, who do the evaluations in Arizona for long-term disability? Ain't that Dr. DeMarte's group? Hey, wouldn't it be funny if Dr. DeMarte did the evaluation of Reviret? I think that would be hilarious, don't you? Anyway, and we know how that would come out, too. So, what else we got going on? I got something here about the girlfriend, this, that, I don't know. I can't remember it all. I just wanted to do just kind of a stream of unconsciousness response to some of the question people asking, some of the comments. People put amazing comment and always sending me to great website and other YouTube video and everything. Appreciate that very much, because I learn a lot from the people commenting. And so I'm glad that some of you enjoy my video, and I'm going to make some more. I'm going to try to put up this weekend my first video, but I'm not very technical, and I got to figure out how to edit that thing and slice and dice and take out the part that were objectionable, where I basically said the same thing that Nermi say about 8 trillion times already. And so somebody complained, and so I got whacked that little part off the front of it and the back of it and this and that. And if I can't pull it off, other people have good stuff up there about. But I really would like to, because I kind of was summarizing the day of the murder in that one. I have another video up, as you know, for the premeditation. But we need something about the day of the murder. But this one that they sent us to, pretty good on that, very good, very well done. So if I can't get my other video up, go watch this other one from the sports place. What's the name of that thing? We got it here. Next Level Sports is the guy who does it, and it's called My Jury Notes. All right, so I think that's about all we got for right now for this response. I'm not going to put this up except in reply to my own video, because it's just like a personal thing between me and you. All right, you take care now, and hey, where's my Jodi tool? Even though that's not an official video of mine, I'm still going to say, don't go with no sociopath, because that'd be scary, dangerous. Alright, I know you thought you was done with me this morning. I thought so too. But I just noted a couple of things that I had jotted down here when I was looking at the comments that I forgot to talk about. And so one is about fragging a comment and everything. I look at the comments that get fragged. They don't get fragged by me. I believe in free speech. I try not to censor anyone, just like I don't like to be censored, by YouTube and other people. But I noticed I pulled them up, and a lot of them are legitimate comments. So please don't frag other people's stuff. If it's some kind of ad hominem personal attack on someone filled with profanity or something, then it should be fragged, or it's really spam, of course, then it should be fragged. But otherwise, people say what they want to say, I don't care. Don't frag them. And a couple other things, Diana Who say that she used to live in Santa Cruz, and a very nice place, and I agree 100%. In fact, yesterday we go down to the Central Coast and spend the day down there looking for agates, by the way. In fact, Mrs. Mikey found another big agate, like the one I show you. And anyway, that Big Sur Coast, beautiful. And that's the way that Jodi Arias should have gone. She should have gone down the Big Sur Coast if she were really doing a photography expedition like she say. When she were in Monterey, that's the way she would have gone. Because that take you right down to San Luis Obispo, and from there you go to LA. And gorgeous photography opportunity. She don't take no picture. No one know where her camera go, that she say she never go anywhere without. And so she know every part of her trip awry. Instead, what were her busy business? So she couldn't go down the coast. She had to cut over to Serena's and, have her hair dye brown. And even though she says she's putting, nail polish on her fingers. And then she have to go over, and that happened just before she go over to Walmart, because she's there about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, right? So anyway, and then she go down Highway 101. So we know every part of her story, all right. What else? Somebody say, Eden Secret, Summer Ciavo, and Karen Crossposter, 70 Karas Guy. Lots of other people I want to thank, and for a nice comment. A whole long list of people on some of my other video. Somebody say something to me here. Oh, by the way, someone named Wanting to Know. Shh, Ritter Secret, okay? And let's see, 1, 2, 3, fro say, Nurmi always say okay when a witness answer a question. So no matter what they say, and Nurmi say, did they call you a strut and a three-hole wonder? And then I said, no, they didn't call me that. Okay, well, did they do this and did they do that? Okay. So he always say okay. I think that's correct. So I think that what witness should say in future is when they're doing their answer, they should say, Nurmi, please sign your house mortgage over to me. Sign your house title and deed over to me. And then he say, okay. Or, Nurmi, please give me your paycheck from last month. All the many tens of thousands of dollars you ripped off the state of Arizona taxpayer for this phony trial. And he say, okay. So I think that's what witnesses should say from now on, don't you? And what somebody else say here? Golden Nibbering say that the ME had to explain to Wilmot in the previous testimony that the brain fills the entire skull, because she's trying to find some wiggle room, some out for that bullet passing through the frontal lobe. You got the hole here, you got the hole here, the frontal lobe in between. It's going to incapacit Travis immediately and eventually kill him. Incapacitate him immediately. He not be able to do all that stuff Jodi say he do, body slamming her. And why would he want to come out of the shower anyway? If you're going to attack her, you're not going to come out all slippery out of the shower. You never touched her before, in spite of her phony. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a rant right now, even if it is Saturday morning. So he right about that. And I think that what the ME wanted to say about that is that, yes, the brain does fill the entire skull, Wormont, except in your case. And in your case, there's a little walnut in the middle, and the rest of that space empty, okay? That way he wanted to say. Anyway, sorry that I come back and for this little postscript, but I had to get everything in, I had something jotted down. Okay, don't go with no don't go with no sociopath, and we'll talk to you again later this weekend, maybe.